As of last summer, we had to move out because we had my dad exposed it. We had multiple home invasions attempts.
Guys, welcome back to Behind the Screen with Carolee. So today we're going to be focusing on a massive family channel that I feel like is not covered nearly enough. And it's a channel that reminds me a lot of the Ace family. I feel like the Ace family gets a lot of controversy, a lot of coverage, but they don't actually vlog their kids anymore since they split. Whereas this family, they vlog all the time. And that family is the Prince family. We're going to be doing a deep dive on them, as well as focusing on the bigger picture of how the children are essentially having to grow up in their home, but acting a certain part when the camera is on. And with that, and with the acting and all of that, they're also the breadwinners of the house. We're going to talk about how that can affect them now and how it's going to affect them in the future if this family continues the momentum that they are. But before we get into the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment on who I should cover next, and make sure you're subscribed for more videos like this. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so here is the Prince family channel. They have been around for quite a long time. They started in 2016. You can see that the video goes back 7 years. It began focusing pretty heavily on their first son, DJ. However, the couple, Bianca and Damien, did have a channel before they had kids for a very short period of time. And it was a couple's reaction type of channel. But shortly after having their first son, DJ, they made a new channel, and it was a family vlog style type of channel. As you can see, like I said, every single video was with their child, their first son, DJ. But if we go a little bit back, like I said, I want to do a deep dive on them. And so if we go back before they had kids, before they had any type of channel, we need to go all the way back to 2012, where we have 15-year-old Bianca and 20-year-old Damien. So the two met at Little Caesars. They both worked there. I believe Damien started working there first, and then whenever Bianca started, he liked her, and so he went and tried to be her trainer, that kind of thing. And then Little Caesars took issue with that because of the age difference, because let's face it, 5-year age difference, not a big deal, but whenever you are a sophomore in high school, and I'm not sure if he went to college or not, but if he did, he would be a junior-aged college student. It's kind of a uncomfy, gross age gap, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, including Little Caesars. And so what they did was they transferred Damien to a different store, and essentially the two were kind of off and on for a couple years. But then whenever Bianca was 17, Damien invited her to stay with him for Christmas, and so she told her parents, her mom, that she was going to go stay with her dad for Christmas. Really, she stayed with Damien for 2 weeks and ended up getting pregnant with their first son, DJ. Then, like I said, they started a couples react channel, which from what I found actually did okay, but they were still, working at Little Caesars, doing all of that. And then they decided to do a family channel because they were seeing other family channels doing well. And so they decided to start doing that. And they grew pretty quickly. But what I think is kind of interesting is that they didn't focus at all, from what I could find, on Bianca being a teen mom. I mean, you know how many YouTubers focus on being a teen parent, or TikTokers on being a teen parent. It's what brings people in. But Bianca never did that. And my best guess would be because Damien was not a teen parent, and it would have drawn more attention to the age gap. Since then, it has been with their family channel, tons of clickbait, prank type of videos, that kind of thing. And they also had so much success with that, and they've had more kids since they started, that they also have another channel, which I will show you. They actually have many channels. They have the Prince Family Nursery, but their bigger one that they have, aside from their family channel, is the Prince Family Clubhouse. What? And it is basically 100% the kids, and they're doing challenge type of videos and all different sorts of things like that. But if you go back to the main family channel, the Prince family, they have 12 million subscribers, over 1,000 videos, and every single video basically is really photoshopped for the thumbnail, very clickbaity. That's actually a big thing that has made people frustrated with the Prince family over the years, is the amount of clickbait and just completely Photoshop pictures that they do for the thumbnails. Like, it's unreal. So some of the worst ones that they have been called out for, and I mean, there's so many to pick from. But these are some of the ones that they were really called out for, or just ones that I was scrolling through and was like, what is this? Why would they even put this? But one of the big ones was that was titled Pray for Our Family. And then it was house burning down. It showed a picture with their what looked to be house burning down, whenever in reality that never happened. It was a pipe that burst.
911, do you need police, fire, or EMS?
I'm not sure. My water pipe busted like gas inside of the house. So I didn't know what to do, and I was just calling you guys to see what y'all think I should do.
But they made it seem like their house burned down and some horrible things were going on, and they were asking for people's prayers. Another one that I think is so messed up is says no heartbeat, and it shows a picture of Bianca on a stretcher. She's very pregnant, and it really makes it seem like the baby died. That didn't actually happen. The baby was fine. Then there was a video called She's Not Waking Up. It made it look like she was dead in the thumbnail, which from an adult point of view, it was pretty obvious that she wasn't, but this channel is geared very much towards kids. And so a kid would think that she passed away, whenever in reality it was clickbait. And then of course there are countless videos that they say that they broke up. They broke up, we're ending things, she cheated, he cheated, and none of that ever happened. And then the biggest one that caused so much controversy was a video titled CPS Took Our Kids Seafood Mukbang. CPS never took their kids. It was never anything like that.
What? What the fuck?
And they ended up changing it to CPS almost took our kids whenever they started getting heat for it. And then they ended up taking the video down altogether. Couldn't even find it. But from what I found, someone reacted to it and they said that for like 2 seconds of the video, all they said was that people were calling CPS on them because they're a bigger family channel. And, you know, that happens to a lot of family channels where CPS will be called and they're like, nothing's actually wrong. And that, from what I'm gathering, is all that happened. But of course, Bianca and Damien looked at that as a great way to make a video that's going to get a lot of views. And then they went and added seafood to it. But like I said in the beginning of the video, this family gives me major Ace family vibe. They do a ton of prank videos just like the Ace family did. And again, it's geared towards kids, similar to what the Ace family channel was. One of the biggest differences that I saw is that Catherine is much more chill and relaxed and honestly just easier to watch than Bianca.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Damien now.
Austin and Damien very much remind me of the same people, at least on camera, where they're just very much like, hey guys, what's going on? Like they're just, it's like, I'm assuming that Damien watched Austin and got inspired. That's why I assume, and the reason I assume it is because there is a video where they're reacting to the Ace family. So I'm guessing they were fans and that's why they went down that path too. But something weird about the Prince family channel that I noticed is, first of all, like I said, I don't know what these kind of channels are called where it's really geared towards kids, like kids type of pranks, kids type of games, hauls, food challenges. It's something where a lot of kids are likely their target demographic. But mixed into all these videos, you'll see thumbnails and titles that are really sexually suggestive. For instance, there was a caught in the shower prank, and I clicked on the video, and the thumbnail actually is like people, like I think 3 people in the shower, 3 adults, and I clicked on the video and just watched for a minute or two, and essentially they set it up where Damien is coming back into his hotel room and his sister, or not his sister, Bianca and her sister are in the shower with her sister's husband, and they're all wearing bathing suits. But anyway, he walks in, he thinks they're cheating with noises that they're making, and then he goes in and it's a prank. Really weird, especially being that this is a kids channel and that's who they're gearing it towards, but there's also more. Like there's different ones where it's husband rates my Christmas costumes or Halloween costumes, and they're more like, I believe the Christmas one was more like lingerie, at least in the thumbnail. And then there was a video where it was like truth or dare, and on the front it was, or on the thumbnail, it was Bianca and her sister kissing on the lips, and the guys were all like excited in the background. Again, kind of weird for a kids channel, in my opinion. But anyway, this family is very big on YouTube. And with that, of course, comes a lot of fans, a lot of people interested in their lives. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, they have dealt with home invasion attempts. They weren't even going to talk about it. They were going to keep that in the dark, which I feel like a lot of YouTubers do because they don't want to show us what's really going on. They want to keep up with this appearance. The only reason that they said something is because Damien's dad, who also has a channel, went and talked about it on his channel without their permission, saying that they had a lot of break-ins and that's what led them to having to move houses. Yeah, they moved houses because it got so bad. How crazy is that? The thing is, the scary thing is, we know that if someone wants to find their house and they're vlogging, they can find it pretty easily because if they're vlogging inside their home, doesn't take, I'm sure it's not that hard if they really wanted to find the address, and they probably still deal with people trying to get into their property. Most likely they've just really amped up the security in the new house that they have. Which, by the way, how messed up is it that the grandpa has YouTube and he's capitalizing or piggybacking off of his son and his daughter-in-law's channel for his own financial gain? Because who's stepping in for these kids who are being exploited? Not the grandpa, apparently, and not their parents. But kind of phasing into the next part of this video, into how all of this can affect the kids, the dangers of doing this type of channel. Because like we said, there's the actual physical imminent danger of people coming to their homes and trying to get in and harm them, which they've already said has happened. There's, of course, the whole privacy thing. There's the dangers that come with these stalkers, these people who have parasocial relationships with the family. One time Damien did an interview and he said, sometimes we literally have to go out in hoodies, pulled up just to try and blend in. We always try to be there for those who want to say hi or get a picture, but we have to get things done too. So sometimes it's necessary. So it's almost like a celebrity and there's somebody who wants to go and ask for a selfie with them, but instead it's children who really shouldn't be the celebrity, but they are in this family. And I know there's some YouTubers who, they say that if anyone can come up and ask for a picture with them, but they just ask to respect that they don't ask for a picture with the kid, which, good, I respect that. But that's not what the Prince family does, apparently. Imagine being a kid, like as kids, and if you have kids, you tell them not to talk to strangers. But if you're a kid on one of these vlogs or on one of the family channels, a stranger can come up and ask you for a picture and you have to smile and say, okay. How weird is that? I'm not saying every single person that asks for a picture with their kid or, with the family is some weirdo or has some parasocial relationship, but it really is just strange whenever you think about it from the mind of a kid. It's one thing if Bianca or Damien say, yeah, sure, I'll take a picture, but to also bring in the kids and say, yeah, they can take a picture too. For any of the family vloggers that do that, that's really crossing a boundary that needs to be put in place that apparently is not. So another thing that I feel like isn't talked about enough with these kids and family vlogs is just self-esteem. And weirdly enough, with this family, I kind of found a couple incidents. I heard of one and then I found another one, and something tells me if I kept digging, I'd find more. It's Bianca saying things that I just feel like you don't really say to your kids or about your kids, especially when they're right there or can watch it back on the vlog. Like one time whenever she had just given birth, she complained about the child's eye color.
Couple weeks.
But I know she's gonna have
The darker-eyed babies usually stay dark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I had blue eyes when I was born.
Sorry.
I thought you were gonna have pretty eyes.
Bright blue eyes.
She do got pretty eyes.
Bright blue.
Yeah, kind of weird, right? Like you have a perfectly healthy, beautiful baby and you're gonna go and complain about the eye color. And then there was another one, and it was one of their most recent videos. She's talking about her daughter's tooth, that something happened to it, and so until it falls out, which could be in a couple years, it's grayish or brownish. I'm not sure. I didn't look too closely. But she was talking about how, like, when she looks at it, she's like, oh, I miss your white teeth, right in front of the kid. I imagine that would be, even at a young age, kind of hard to hear. Imagine being this little girl and you have this tooth issue, something that was out of your control happened. You can't do anything about it. And your mom's saying things about it that are negative. I just feel like it's really unnecessary, and especially to go and say it on the vlog. Again, I'm sure there's more if I went and found it. Something else the family does a lot is show the kids illnesses, their injuries, that sort of thing. And one of the ones that I found to me was a little bit odd because the dad was already filming them, or Damien was already filming the kids on the trampoline for the kids channel. And then all of a sudden the daughter got hit in the face And of course, he didn't put the phone or the camera down to help her. He helped her while also making sure that she was in frame, crying, really hysterical because she got hurt. My thing is, the whole channel is so scripted. Was it a scripted accident? I mean, she did seem like she really got hurt, but at the same time, like, why was he filming them on the trampoline in the first place? It's kind of boring unless if something big happens, like an injury, which is what happened. But they film all different types of injuries and put them in the thumbnails of a lot of videos. There's dog bites, broken arms, this and that. It's typical. Such a big thing that a lot of these family channels do because they know it gets a lot of views, which is really weird, and I'm not sure why. One of the other things that I'm sure the oldest son, maybe, I believe he's 11, he might be starting to feel these pressures, but they're all going to feel it eventually, is just the pressure of being the breadwinner. I mean, this isn't even the type of like vlog channel where they're just vlogging their daily life. Like, it's very scripted. When they bring the camera out, it's like they turn a switch. No one actually acts like this in real life. No matter how happy or excited you are about life, you don't actually act like this.
You are rocking with the Prince fam. You are rocking with the Prince fam. Welcome to the Prince family.
And so it's like, even in their own home, they have to go and put on a show. And if they don't make the money. The kids being in the vlog is what makes the money. Anytime the kids are in the thumbnail, it typically makes more money than if Bianca and Damien are just in the thumbnail. So again, how is that going to affect them whenever they're older? But I just think one of the biggest thing is how weird would it be to be a kid and know that, okay, this day and this time, we're basically acting. Like, what's real, what's not? I just feel like it would get really, really confusing, especially whenever you're young. I mean, there's rumors that Bianca and Damien don't even like each other, but they're just staying together to keep the family brand alive. Again, see the parallel between them and the Ace family? Again, I don't even know what to call, and if you know, let me know, but what to call these type of channels where it's very heavily focused on the kids, but it's not like a vlogging type of channel. It's, again, like kids-centered content mixed in with the weird things that they add in with Bianca and Damien. But in general, it's kids type of content. Again, I'm guessing most of their audience are kids. But anyway, I don't know what it's called, but I feel like even though family vlogging is dying, I mean, if you look at so many different family channels, their numbers are going, they're just crashing and burning. Channels like this, these kid-centered channels, the views are doing really, really, really well. I feel like those type of channels, for whatever reason, aren't dying, and I'm guessing it's just because a lot of kids are on YouTube and they're watching it, and that has to be why. Whereas most adults, I feel, maybe not most, but a lot of adults are starting to wake up to the dangers of family vlogging, whereas kids, they don't really even realize it's bad. And also, this isn't really family vlogging. Again, I don't know what it's called. I just feel like more people need to start talking about these type of channels because, if anything, I feel like kids are getting way more exploited on these type of channels than even a regular family vlog because they're having to act, they're having to still put out their life, and they're probably not even making a dime. But anyway, you guys, that is it for this Prince family deep dive, if you will. It's a little bit of a different style of video that I'm trying out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's somebody else I should cover like this. And let me know if there's a specific Prince family video that you want me to do a commentary style video on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. What do you think of these type of channels that are super scripted, but the kids are still focused in on it? Their lives are still being put out there to some degree. Personal information is being put out there. Weird fan type of channels and pages are being made about the kids. The kids are still being approached in public. The family's having to move. It's all the same problems of a family vlog, but they're trying to put a different spin with these type of channels to make it really super entertaining, where again, the kids are still the main focus of the video, if not tenfold with these type of channels. But thanks guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.